below. Telecom section, real estate section, company news, banking, finance and insurance industry, information technology, national, regional and global markets overview. Your copy of Financial Time for only 2,000 tons only. Designed house is incomplete without finer details. We bring in the designers and professionals in informing you how to perfectly use your spaces, clear arrangements, creating courtesy corners to enchanted gardens. As we open up hottest deco trends in making your house a home.
On Saturday at 7:30 p.m.
Police to ensure kidnapped businessman Mohammed Dewji not smuggled out of Dar es Salaam. Refugees from South Sudan protest in Nairobi. Taifa Stars ready to please soccer fans in Tanzania in tomorrow's AFCON match. Good evening, this is Capital News at 9:30. My name is Vanessa Victor. Let's get started with the national news. Following the kidnapping of businessman Mohammed Dewji by people thought to be foreign nationals, the police force has announced that there will be a high-level search and strengthening of security at various areas to ensure that he is not taken out of Dar es Salaam region. Dar es Salaam Special Police Zone Commander Lazaro Mambosasa said that the businessman had gone to exercise at Coliseum Hotel in Oyster Bay in the morning, where he was suddenly attacked by unknown assailants. He added that 3 people are being held in relation to this incident. People from pastoralist communities have attacked and murdered 2 Tanapa Rangers at Ra National Reserve in Mbarali district, after which they robbed a weapon that the Rangers had. Mbeya Regional Police Commander SACP Ulrich Matei said that the incident occurred yesterday in Mbarali district. Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa has said that the government is not ready to tolerate officials who are involved in corruption as well as theft of national examinations, and that the government will cut off all the roots of this and take it before legal organs, all those involved in the acts which caused the government to lose revenue following repeat of the exams. It is the second day of Prime Minister Majaliwa's visit in Dodoma, and while in Kongwa district, he spoke to officials of the district about the leak of the primary school national examinations and said that the government is prepared to prevent those who will involve themselves in the theft of national exams.
We shall shall keep investigating who the source is. For an exam paper to get to a school in a village, to a student who sits there wondering where the paper has come from. This habit of cheating could later on affect students even at secondary school level. As we speak, there is 800 million shillings that has been collected by Kongwa Municipal Council from July to this month. But money that has been collected from the residents is more than 200 million. So we've collected more than 32% of the budgeted amount. We shall make sure that point-of-sale machines are installed in every revenue collection center. Geographically, Kongwa is not best placed and it is a disadvantage.
Today is the International Day of the Girl Child, and the government of Tanzania has pledged to increase its efforts in ensuring it protects girls against various challenges that they face, including female genital mutilation, child marriages and pregnancies, as well as to strengthen the country's system so as to set a safe environment for them.
We've decided to start and improve on existing children clubs in various local government levels as well as one-stop centers so as to improve service provided on child cruelty. So far only 10 regions are covered, but we would like to see this in every region across the country. As a government, we recognize the fact that when it comes to gender violence, the victims suffer a lot.
The residents of Ngandinda village in Madaba district municipality, Ruvuma region, have blamed the advisor for natural resources for the region, Mr. Africanus Chale, for dividing the boundaries of their land areas and giving them to Mbalangantu reserve investor without their participation. The people claim that doing so has caused enormous conflict, and it has also meant that they've lacked areas in which to engage farming so as to advance their lives. The people blamed the advisor for natural resources for Ruvuma region, Mr. Africanus Chale, after land experts of the region, the MP for Madaba constituency, Joseph Magama, and the people themselves went to the contested boundary areas of Mbalangantu Reserve.
You're fully responsible in this because you have drawn a map that does not exist. God will punish you for this. A wild animal is important than us human beings. The president is fighting for the poor. Is it the poor animals or poor human beings? The experts, please do not just sit in offices and receive bribery from these people whose main agenda is to mislead you. If Wigo is not neighboring Mhangaza, means that information sent to the government was wrong because the information doesn't exist. Pleading to them, if they have chance tomorrow, let us meet at Regional Administrative Secretary office to send these opinions together, just as how we started, so that our leaders, that is RAS and District Commissioner, can take further moves.
Residents of Msimbati village in Msimbati ward, Mtwara region, have requested that the government include strange and towering hills which are made of sand, the coastal area of Msimbati, among the national tourist attractions which the country has to offer. The Deputy Administrator of the Mnazi Bay Ocean Reserve, Ms. Janitha Sembua, said that the sandy hills, which have a height of 15 meters and are said to be the tallest hills in East Africa, are just one of the tourist attractions which are under the care of the Mnazi Bay Ocean Reserve.
Quite an attraction over the years. During colonialism, when they were forcing people to pay taxes, this was our hiding area. It is an area with many memories. There are beautiful birds, animals, and variety of fruits. That is why we say that these mountains are phenomenal. The East African coast, these soil mountains are one of a kind. They are very tall, with about 15 meters high and 3 meters wide.
Students in the country have been urged to read various types of books, not only in order to pass exams, but also to gain knowledge and new ideas, which will help them cope with life challenges. The director of the Dr. Ntuyabaliwe Foundation, Mrs. Jacqueline Mengi, made the call in Dar es Salaam when launching a library at Uzuri Primary School in Manzese Ward, Ubungo Municipal, which is renovated and filled with books by the foundation. Speaking at the event, Ubungo Municipal Education Officer Chausiku Masegenya and Chairman of the School Committee Yasin Shaban Bakari commended the Dr. Ntuyabaliwe Foundation for supporting government efforts to improve how education is provided in the country. Livestock farmers of Oldonyo Sambu Ward in Arumeru district might have possibly found a solution to their lack of water woes after the conclusion of the rehabilitative work done on a dam for storing water, which has the capacity to store 18 million liters of water. The dam that has already been used during recent seasonal rains was rehabilitated by the Oikos Corporation of Italy via the corporation's project to safeguard the environment and tackle climate change. Despite that, the engineer of the project, Mr. Kajala Simon, said that challenges still remain where the conservation of the environment is concerned.
Cattle will be coming here more, which resulted with misunderstandings among them. Thus, we agreed to call for a meeting to find solution towards this matter where ward leaders attended. Even the councils can manage because we have excavators and motor graders. With the support from residents, we can have many dams. I don't see a problem of cattle from neighboring villages drink water in this dam.
The Permanent Secretary in the Vice President's Office for Policy and Coordination, Professor Faustin Kamuzora, has said that Tanzania will not be able to reach middle-income economy level from industries by 2025 if it invests in production of goods rather than research, creativity and markets for locally produced goods. He said this during the commemoration of 19 years since the passing of the late father of the nation held at Julius Nyerere University.
It is obvious that Mwalimu Nyerere also depended on others, but he was clear on one fact, that a nation cannot prosper if it always relies on donation. In all developed nations, they have not been able to do so without industries, because industries promote internal production which enable people to easily access goods. And this is something Mwalimu paid a lot of attention to. He started a lot of industries that would manufacture clothes, amongst other items.
And that is all for national news. International news is up next.
The relaunched Financial Times is the premier business newspaper in Tanzania. The Financial Times is a weekly source of information and business insight for the most successful leaders, executives, investors, and entrepreneurs in Tanzania and throughout the East Africa region. We provide critical business insight and in-depth features on companies, people, strategies, ideas, and economic trends. The Financial Times offers an unrivaled platform for advertisers to enhance brand awareness and move products. We will enable you to reach confident and informed consumers and decision makers who are ready to buy, which includes company CEOs, CFOs, managers, entrepreneurs, policymakers in government, politics and civil society, diplomats, members of the academia and other key influencers. See examples of advertisement opportunities featured in Financial Times sections below. Telecom sections, real estate section, company news, banking, finance and insurance industry, information technology, national, regional and global markets overview, motoring, lifestyle. Get your copy of Financial Times for 2,000 Tanzania shillings only.
And in international news, refugees from South Sudan living in Kenya as well as activists have held protests in Nairobi to push the Kenyan government to return money stolen in South Sudan and hidden in Kenyan banks. Led by Power 254 organizations, these activists accuse top leaders in the government of Kenya for turning a blind eye to the theft. Women in Beni, North Kivu, east of Congo, have asked for immediate peace and security due to increase of attacks from what is believed to be ADF rebels.
We have never witnessed such incidents. We are calling upon our leaders to take measures in tightening security and protect us. We always cry for these unscrupulous killings. Women want to know what happens to our security and what should be done for us to be secured in our own country.
Veteran sugar processing company Kakira in Uganda has threatened to stop its production activities if the government does not pass a bill preventing farmers from selling their sugarcane harvest to any company, as it claims these sales are of no benefit to small-scale farmers.
I assure you that the government should regulate this industry and sugarcane trade because the current laws are not beneficial to sugarcane farmers, and without new laws, other companies are also in danger of carrying on with these productions.
Refugees in Rwanda and those who registered themselves in order to receive electronic passes have begun receiving the passes, which will help them move from one country to another for various activities.
We are grateful to the government of Rwanda for giving us passports, but we are also asking for health insurance. I remember you promised refugees living in Rwanda should be given health insurance so that it will be easy for them to access health services. As you know, for one to get health insurance, we must first agree with the Health Insurance Authority in the country, RSSB. The processes have already begun, but I will not promise on when they shall be provided.
And that is all for international news. Do stay with us. We'll be back shortly with business.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
To be rich, I have to be a business person.
It's not an easy road at all.
People need to understand. You must quickly think, how cost effective are you going to be?
Business acts as a way in which it can bridge that gap.
Business Edition will keep you informed on latest developments in the financial sector, extractive industry, tourism, agriculture, energy, construction, and so much more. Meet entrepreneurs who create employment opportunities. Watch Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
Welcome back, and in business news. Tanzania Fertilizer Regulatory Authority has said that right now the country has all the types of fertilizers needed by farmers, but what needs to be done is for those farmers to follow expert advice on how to use the fertilizers so that they can get the best harvests.
All fertilizer required has already been ordered since July, and more is arriving. Fertilizer used for planting will be sufficient for all regions.
The Presidential Trust Fund, PTF, has urged women and youth groups to take advantage of the 1.7 billion shillings that has been set aside in the 2018-2019 budget for the fund to be able to give out loans in form of money and equipment.
This is for women entrepreneurs and VETA graduates. This year, 1.7 billion has been set aside for beneficiaries, which will include loans to acquire equipment.
That's all for business news. We'll be back with sports in just a bit.
Hi, my name is Kotaro Tokuda.
What's up? My name is Céline Garnier.
I'm John Barnes from Liverpool Football Club. The hip, hop, a hip, the hip, hip, hop. You don't stop the rockin' to the bang, man. Boogie say up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Now what you hear?
I'm watching Sports Gazette.
I'm watching Sport Gazette.
And you're watching Sports Gazette
with Sebastian.
With Sebastian. Peace out.
Yes! And you can also watch Sports Gazette for highlights and interviews regarding sports. Do not miss Sports Gazette every Wednesday at 7 p.m. only on Capital Television.
Welcome back, and in sports news. Taifa Stars coach has said that players and the technical team is ready to compete and please soccer fans in Tanzania at tomorrow's AFCON 2019 game against Cape Verde.
It was filled with a lot of people. I think the feeling I have is that the whole Tanzanians, I think this time around everybody is coming out believing that collectively we can be in Cameroon for the AFCON, and I think it's a very good sign.
We're well prepared and have been exercising until yesterday. We are all working as a team and know the significance of tomorrow's match. We're here not as tourists but to play well.
Veteran boxers in the country have met and trained to prepare for the special charity matches that will take place at the Uhuru Grounds in Dar es Salaam on Sunday, aimed at contributing to orphans and safe blood for expectant mothers. Preparations for the second-tier netball competition that is expected to begin on October 20th and go on until October 28th in Mtwara region are complete. Thus, teams have been directed to confirm their participation. Former Aston Villa chairman Sir Doug Ellis dies at age 94. Ellis had two spells as chairman of the West Midlands Club, with the second one running from 1982 to 2006. After selling the club to American businessman Randy Lerner, Ellis became life president. Across his 35 years as chairman, he made 13 managerial appointments, including making Slovakian Joseph Venglos the first person from outside Britain and Ireland to manage a top-flight club in England in 1990. And that sports item ends our news bulletin. On behalf of everyone who worked to prepare this bulletin for you tonight, thank you for watching and have a good night.
Innovation brings you the latest technology solutions and startups in various industries such as business, health, agriculture, renewable energy. Innovation features practical solutions for consumers. On Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on Capital Television.
Karen, tell us, how has it been going at this year's festival?
Well, the turnout, Vanessa, is amazing as it is.
Thomas, hello.
Nice to be there with you.
What is the purpose of this meeting and who will be in attendance?
Talking about how African countries can stop relying to a large extent on...
We are definitely seeing a lot of deeply political films, either directly treating a political issue or with a political subtext.
Don't miss the live special report between Capital Television and Dashwell Television at 9:30 p.m.
Kitabu cha Dr. Reginald Abraham Mengi kitwacho I Can, I Must, I Will sasa kinapatikana kwenye maduka ya kuuza vitabu yafuatayo: Dar es Salaam, A Novel Idea, Slipway Msasani, Yacht Club